Welcome once again to the J.Gerrard show. Thank y'all for they wanted me to show my face, y'all. I'm hiding myself. Disco wanna see me tonight. Disco wanna see me tonight. And yeah, we got the pretty up the lady looked pretty upset, Elijah. And I don't know, fellas, y'all get by the phone, man. We're gonna need backup. But the sisters they look all, a little upset tonight. But we're really not trying to provoke nothing, sisters. But anyway, thank y'all for coming again another night to hang out and chit chat with us. And I'm gonna take my head off, get a better view. Yeah, it's working. I think it's working. But tonight we are talking about what a woman wants. And we already know tonight, y'all, that we're not gonna be able to get to the bottom of that in one show. Like it's been something that's been going on. This has been a question that's been being asked forever. So brothers, stand by and stand down. We're gonna let the sisters. We're gonna give them a little time to try to let us know what it is that a woman want or what it is that she don't want. But before we get into that, just a couple other things we want to cover, things that are going on. Give yourself time, call somebody and tell them to log on to join the conversation. Call your girlfriends. Call your man. Some of y'all, if your man don't know no better, get him to watch the show. He might learn something tonight. Somebody might say something, to help him out.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a lot you can learn. Not saying that we know it all, but I'm sure it's gonna be some input coming from some sisters that got something to say. And we're not really making fun of anything, sisters. We're really just trying to find a way to make it all better. And I think that'll start off, we're trying to understand what in the hell do y'all want. Anyway, Elijah, how's your week been going? What's going on with you?
It's all good, man. Had to take it on the chin, sit there and watch my boys get beat like that.
That Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh man, you went with KC?
Yeah.
Oh man, I told y'all, Tom Brady is manifesting out here. I told y'all that man was manifesting.
It is what it is. We had to put everybody out early.
Right.
And, shut the lights off. Everybody trying to go home.
Everybody had to go home. Party over the show with. I mean, it was ugly.
Take the chips. Go
right.
Home, raise up.
But you kept thinking, they can score a whole bunch of points in a few minutes.
Yeah, but the man out there with one leg, he ain't got no tackles. Anybody know anything about football? It's already trust when they step on the field.
That's ugly.
That's all I'm gonna say on that, and we'll get them next year.
That's real ugly.
So, waiting on the fact. Come on.
Shh. Yeah, we'll be back to that in a minute. We'll be right back to that. But tonight, y'all, we're talking about what a woman really wants, and this is just a conversation, open conversation. The phone number is 678-638-6626. Did we get the 20 that we needed last night? The other night? Oh, we hit it today? Oh, there it is. We done made it. We done made the 1K. Appreciate everybody, but still we need more subscribers. The more the merrier. Invite everybody down to the party. Subscribe at DISCO100. We hit a milestone 11 o'clock right before noon today. So thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for coming back. It's a real exciting benchmark for us to make here. Been pushing, for a couple of months here. So what a woman really wants. That's the big question, and it's not just coming from, a woman saying, stating what it is that she want. I think this topic is coming too from men needing an understanding of what the expectations are, or that a woman may have in a relationship, or in a significant other, or in life.
Right.
Like, just what is it that you really want? I've had a lot of conversation with a lot of very independent, very successful, single women, and the the conversation still come back that, even with all of those things, there are other things that they want, and that one of those things being companionship.
Mm.
And then when you get to ask different questions about why, that particular part haven't, transpired, you was able to, go to school, go to great schools and graduate with a degree and go back and get your master's and your, all this and that, but haven't been able to navigate, you know, the, um, the different lines of a relationship. And, what does that mean, to you at this point? Um, and what are your priorities now at this point? Just for someone that may be sitting out watching and in a similar situation as you. There may be a gentleman out that's looking for a woman that, um, have never been, have as much um, experience in life as far as relationships, or, believe it or not, they're still, middle 40, 50-year old who haven't been married without kids, professionals, and,
Yep.
you know, right. I don't want it to just, box it up
Right.
and put it in the corner like we just talking about people who done been through trauma and what it is and they mad and
Right.
all this and that. What we're really talking about is, what is it at this point? And I think it's important to know, and we're gonna go both sides of this conversation because um, even, women that have been through different traumas and different relationships, whatever those experiences are, it takes a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
after you've been with someone and whatever happened with that relationship when things don't work out, or, you're disappointed, whatever reason the relationship don't survive. I've personally known a lot of women who've lived in the transition space.
Wow.
That's what I call it, where they're constantly rebuilding themselves and, reaffirming themselves. And, I think it's important that some of the sisters know that, there are some brothers out here that understand that process and understand what you have to go through. Um, but with that being said, even after doing all of that, rebuilding and restructuring and building the self esteem back up and going through all of that, when you turn to re engage,
Mm-hmm.
um, the dating scene, or, to, get to the area where you're looking for companionship, what are the things that you want? What are the things that you're looking for at that particular time for your relationship? What are your priorities at that point?
And I want to say this about the conversation because to me, there is what a woman wants varies. You know, different women want different things and at different points in their lives. And all that is well and good. There ain't no wrong answer to that, to
Right,
what you want. Here's what I would say to that. Let your actions
right,
go along with what your talk is.
right,
And so, because on the real deal, on real, if you're wanting the career, you wanting the man, and you want the house, you want the six figures, whatever you want, let your actions go along with what you're doing.
right,
Gravitate towards that, move towards that,
right,
because otherwise, you come when you're saying one thing and doing another,
right,
it's already hard enough as it is. If you're saying you want to be in a relationship and you still got other relationships.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? So and the guy a guy come up to approach you or to start something to
mm-hmm.
figure out what you want. You saying one thing and you got too many
You
doors.
got a whole right. You got a whole other situation
Right.
going
You
on.
got too many things going on.
Right.
And a
Or
lot.
do you think that's what you is? Do you think that's what you should do?
Yeah.
I mean, because sometimes people go through experiences and they learn to not, okay, well, maybe I had myself too out there.
Right.
And then, most people I talk to, I've learned from that experience, and what I'm gonna do is stick closer to my values.
Right.
I'm not finna, go way out there to find nothing. I'm gonna let everything come to me, cause at least if it come to me, we on familiar ground.
Right.
You know what I mean? So some people might feel, because I've heard some people say, well, that's the best way, to get back out there to just kind of, date around, you know. But I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question here tonight, for a woman that, and I don't even, like I said, you don't have to be coming out of a relationship, an ex relationship.
Right.
But if you value yourself and you have worked on yourself and you have, maintained your life and you have fought through, if, being single, or you have fought through bad relationships, or you've rebuilt yourself after a divorce, what is it that you want at this particular point?
And most men want to find somebody to know what they want. What do
Right,
you want? Because a lot of times they'll say it, but they don't know.
right,
And when you don't know what you want, guess what? You're wasting time.
right.
You're wasting.
Right. And then you know what? And then another thing is to be so real. I was having this conversation with someone, and they was wishing it's like wishing for Mr. Right, but they were saying this while they were still in hurt from Mr. Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if Mr. Right finds you right now, he gonna find you crying over something that don't deserve you.
Right.
And if Mr. Right is Mr. Right, he's gonna perceive something wrong with that. Like,
Right.
why are you crying over something that don't even deserve you? Now, either you can't discern what's worth you, or you don't know your worth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of situations that we put ourselves in, because of what we used to, and a lot of times, I think, and just from my experience, that sometimes when you eat from the forbidden fruit,
Whoa.
it's hard to kind of get away from that. You done got to the point where you're enjoying the intimacy,
Mm-hmm.
you enjoying the trips, you enjoying the phone calls and but on a deeper level, you might feel like this ain't where you're supposed to be, or maybe this person ain't being 100% with me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they messing around, they doing whatever. I just don't feel like they all here. But the thing is, as you engage the relationship, you're constantly partaking of what could be referred to as the forbidden fruit, because these are the things that you can absolutely simulate a relationship around. And that's what I think people don't. You can actually simulate a relationship if you having sex, you going out, you taking trips that sound like a relationship.
Right.
Just like some people would get up, go to church, they read their Bible, and they pray. Sound like they live right.
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't always necessarily the truth. You know what I mean? So you have to really know, I think, after going through something and being in something and rebuilding yourself, or even if it's just your initial standout, what is it that I want? First for yourself, and we ain't gonna even get into that because that ain't what we focusing on. We talking about an interaction, as it relate to other people tonight, not just how you do with yourself.
Right.
Okay, what is it that you want from that relationship?
You know what too? Looking at it from trying to be looking at the conversation from the other side. When you was talking about Mr. Right,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if you ain't got your stuff together,
Right,
most
right,
Mr. Right or Mr. Right now, if you ain't got your stuff together, Mr. Right gonna be gone.
right,
Because I mean, it is what it is. Here's the facts: is that there are more women out there than men.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and more women are up under the quote unquote. They feel the pressure of the clock.
Right,
And 9 times out of 10, more women have their lives set up in stages.
right,
They'll think about all of that,
mm-hmm.
but then when it comes to execution, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times you don't get that. Now I'm not saying if I mean if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. If I'm not talking to you, then I'm not. But a lot of times when you ain't got your stuff together,
Right.
you're gonna miss your right.
And how do y'all feel about that, women? I mean, okay, you gonna miss Mr. Right if you ain't got your stuff together. But what if Mr. Right ain't got his stuff together?
Uh,
What if Mr. Right ain't got his stuff together? That I guess he ain't Mr. Right. You know what I mean? So and then you find this too. A lot of women are a lot more willing to do the Build a Bear project on men.
oh,
You know? And then what does that say? And fellas, we'll go back to the locker room another day.
right.
But what does that say about you as a woman? Is that, and I'm really just to the point of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Is that saying that you're patient and that you're understanding and that you're willing to work with the man? Or is that saying that you're impatient and you're not willing to wait on a man? You know,
She ain't willing to raise a
that's what I'm saying. Right, because you know
right.
it implies either way. You know, you don't believe that eventually somebody of your caliber that's gonna show up and appreciate you, or do you take on these Build-A-Bear projects and patty cake them?
And what happens is you get caught up on trying to build somebody else, and you lose yourself.
You lose
You
yourself.
don't know what you want. You trying to you get pulled in. That's why it's important. I know we've said it so many times about knowing yourself.
Right,
I try to stay away from it, but
right,
when you don't know what
right.
you're gonna get rain. You're
And
gonna
I'm
get
just saying, as a woman, because and you have to know this, that a real man is gonna know and recognize the sacrifices that you make or have made. And those things have to, kind of make sense sometimes.
mm-hmm.
I was talking to somebody upset. I've seen women not even out of their last relationship, or not even really out of, well, I'm divorced and this and that, but my paperwork ain't done, but they back out here.
Right.
And you dating. So what are you really doing?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for Mr. Right? Because if he show up, he ain't gonna understand why somebody else still got paperwork on you and you in my face. He may not understand that, you know?
And I'll tell you what, to me, in my opinion, what would be more attractive for a man looking for when, when a woman, when he's looking for a mate or a woman or a friend. One of the things is that she got something else about her. She's
Right,
not just out there just playing the field.
right,
What do you do? What are
right,
your interests? What are you moving to? What are your passions?
right,
What do you bring to the table? What kind of life we can build?
right,
So when if you don't even have those, how do you know what you want? You're not even into nothing.
right,
You out there just on the Build-A-Bear project,
right,
working on cats. You're labeling, you're tagging. You know what I'm saying? You're living the life like you want to be married or like you think you're married.
right,
But here's the kid: you're losing time.
right,
And so when the, when time run out on you, don't nobody want the
right.
old models. I'm just
They're gonna trade up.
they go to hey,
Right.
they'll move on.
And you've wasted
Come
yourself
on, you
in a
wasted that
place that you
time.
didn't, yeah.
You wasted that time working on guys, which you
Mm-hmm.
should have been working on you.
Right,
You should have been figuring out what you want.
right. And
'Cause-
having your standards.
right, because can't
You
nobody
know.
tell you what you want. You got to know that.
Right. And I'm really saying this in a sense because I have a daughter. You know what I mean? And I'll say this in the same sense of talking to my daughter. Like these are some things you have to know who you are and what your worth is. So you ain't out here trying to rebuild something that's not,
Right.
worth you. Now I'm not saying don't work with a man. I'm not saying that at all. But you have to know. You have to know, and I mean, in a lot of things, and see, that's why I say what a woman wants in a man,
Right.
because one of the answers was leadership.
Uh-uh.
Okay, so can he provide leadership?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another answer was security,
Mm-hmm.
not even just financial security, emotional security, physical security. Do I feel safe with you?
Right.
Can I trust you? Are you loyal to this relationship? Can I be myself? Can I really just go ahead and open all up and be this woman that I want to be? So that's one of the things that I've heard that they look for in relationships. So tonight, ladies, that's really what I want to talk about, just what it is that is needed in relationships
In a man.
in a man,
Yeah, that's what.
And I know the background make it look like, an angry woman, but I can tell you this. It's a sad man to ignore the passions of a woman
Mm-hmm.
or to think that they'll go away. So what I'm trying to do tonight is to have you bring that to the forefront. Have you say, hey, you know what? This is what, we desire. And we doing anonymous. I don't even need to know your name tonight, caller. I don't want to know your name.
Yeah.
But what is it that you seek? Nobody starts on a journey not knowing where they're going,
No.
you know? And if you have no sense of direction of where you're going or what it is that you're looking for,
If you don't
then
if you don't know what you want, then don't look for the man to tell you what you want. Don't look for nobody else. So that's why it's important to take that time and get yourself together, because I mean, if you're gonna play the game, that's your game. If you're gonna be out there doing what you do,
Right.
ain't nothing wrong with it. That's your life.
Right.
That's your call. But know what you want, because the thing of it is, the one thing that you can't get back is that time. You lose time with folks. You lose time, precious time.
Right.
And you, like I say, and the clock ticking. And like I say, you was new today. You're gonna be used. And I like using the term in the car. You're a new car today.
Right.
You know.
We'll be having to trade it a lot.
Yeah, but you're gonna be on that used car lot down.
And I mean, and this is just because we talking to y'all, but because the same thing happened to brothers.
Right.
Same thing happened to brothers. You know what I mean? And in the same sense though, they say, well, it's very easy what a man want. I don't think that's necessarily true either. But we're not talking about that tonight. Talking about what it is that y'all want.
Right.
You know, because from a man's standpoint, sometimes it is hard to understand. You know, wrote songs about it. Well, you want me here, and when I'm here, I'm broke. When I'm gone, then, you know, it's a problem too. You know, so what is it that you really want? Another thing was strength. That was another thing that came in. Strength was one of the answers that came in. And exactly what that means.
I can tell you one of the things that I know. They want you to know. They want you to know what they want. They want you to fill that void. A lot of women want you to do that. But tonight,
they showing right.
You know what
Y'all are showing us tonight. You want me to answer these questions? I will.
They want you to know.
Right.
No, I mean really, like she wants you to know.
Who's Trio?
Triso?
Triso.
You put Trios what?
Oh, okay.
Mauricio Ponder.
Catriso Ponder.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times a female, and I know this from because I ain't just been, you know.
Right.
A lot of times they want you to know their ways, their moves. They want you to know what they think and what they feel.
Right.
I feel like you, my man, you ought to know.
Right.
I know that.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
I don't want to answer the question because it's like what a woman.
But I mean, I feel like there should be some basic things. Like,
right.
I mean, because as men, we expect some basic things for them to know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can get some basic things.
Right.
Now, what those basic things are, they can be different for some women. Some women like to have date night every week. You know, and that's different. You know, some women really do like that. And if you keep missing that, it's a problem. If you keep acting like you don't want to take her out, it's a problem. When you don't want, you know what I mean? I think, what if she don't want to go out? Well, I mean, maybe that's what she want. You got to give her what she want. You got to give, if they don't want to do it, you know.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Yeah, grab the mic.
Mic it up.
So to give a woman what she want, will you settle for less as far as your happiness? Meaning, if you the person that want to be the adventurous one,
Would I sacrifice?
and would you sit still with her because they don't want to be the adventurous one, just to keep her happy? Because the question is what a woman wants.
Right.
So my question is as a
If
man,
what she want is total opposite.
are you still gonna give her what she want? Because that's what she want.
I mean, me personally, I would try to find a way.
Me too.
I would try to find a way. Like, I can do what you want. You want to sit in the house. What is it that you want, though? You just want to sit in the house?
Let's say they want to do stuff that you can't do often because finances may be your job. You just can't up and go like that.
Right.
So you got to try to do what you can to please, but that ain't what they want. They want what they want.
Right. Well, shit. It is, exactly.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story, Jay.
Yeah, you can't.
I coach with a guy, right?
Uh-huh.
This back what you talking about. So the lady, his wife was very, 1,000 shoes, 1,000 outfits, blah blah blah. So he had an honest job like we got in here. So he had to put in the 18, 19-hour days to give her what he thought she wanted.
Right.
Cause that's what kept her happy.
Right.
So guess what the flip part of that was?
What was that?
She left him because he ain't home enough.
Oh, shit. Exactly. See, that's the thing. So what they really want, and that's the whole thing. That's why it's, you know what I mean.
To make y'all laugh for real,
Man.
to make y'all laugh, so me and him got a quota I can cuss now. We got a quote that we came up with.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Go find that nigga. He's somewhere.
Go find him.
Go find him. Like
I see. Go.
he's somewhere.
Right.
'Cause
Wow.
I don't know. He
I don't
he
know
don't
where
what
he
to
at.
do. Yeah.
Right.
Find him. No, he's somewhere.
Right.
But he tell her I'm working 18 hours to get you all the stuff you want.
Right.
But now you complaining because
I'm not at home. Right. Yeah. 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 That's about right. That's about right. And I mean, you have to really. I mean, I'm sure it's some kind of balance somewhere in there, but
You can't. I mean, well, it depends on you. It depends on if you have the means to do it and you can do it.
right.
That's on you.
I think the problem with him was when he did have time off, he was out there coaching with his son with me.
Okay.
So when he did have the time to be home, he was coaching his son
Right.
football.
Right.
So he spent time with his son.
That's a catch-22.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say he was wrong for being with his son, but at the same time,
So my question,
you got a son and a wife though.
yeah, no.
You can't just be a father. You got to be a husband.
Well,
too.
they was the team mom.
She was the team mom.
Yeah.
So they all was in this together.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But see, that's
if like I said, if you can do it, then you can do it. But if you can't do it, sorry, sweetie.
right. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. Now, I think your attitude about it helps.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you know, women want what they want.
Right.
You can
I
do
think
it.
it's important as a woman to communicate too.
Right.
I think it's important to communicate your expectations and really how you feel. Not your your fantasy or whatever, but real conversation, about expectation. Because I don't know a woman that don't want to feel, in my experience, that don't want to feel special, that don't want to have date night, that don't want to occasionally you doing something for them. You know what I mean? They're afraid for you to do that. They right. They'll be wondering where it's coming from then.
Where you got the idea from? Where you did that before at? Who told you how to do that?
You
Why'd
done
do
been here
that?
before with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen a little bit of that before too.
The spontaneous shit don't even last long. Like you scared to be spontaneous.
Right.
Cause now you got to answer 10 questions after that. So what do you really want? But I'm sticking with what y'all
Right.
saying.
Right.
What
Right.
do you really want?
Right. I mean, and what I hear is consistency. Let me give you another one. And then tell me how this one strike you after that. Vulnerability. They want you to be vulnerable. They want you to talk. They want you to be vulnerable. You got to talk about your feelings. You
But
got to talk.
if you-
You got to talk about that.
My point is, as men, because I know you for 20 years in the barbershop,
Mm-hmm.
and we done heard a bunch of stories.
Mm-hmm.
And we done heard that story where, bro, I don't know how to tell her because she want me to tell her. But if I tell her, it's like either
gonna
we
be mad.
arguing
Right.
or I'm getting drilled on, why you come to me with that.
Right.
So I done heard it. We done heard it for a long time.
Right. So they really don't want that.
They really don't want it.
They really don't want that.
They want the power of it.
So I'm right. Because how you want? How
He
you?
said
right.
he-
That's a
bruh
good one.
said-
Because
bruh
one
said
on
it.
was strength. A
Bruh-
few minutes ago
bruh
they said
it.
strength.
He said a mouthful. They want the power. They want to know they got that control
The power of
you.
what? You being vulnerable.
You been,
Yeah.
You been,
Y'all hear that,
yeah.
women now?
Yeah, because half the
Be no
time,
more
I don't
vulnerability
think half the time
around
they
here.
give a damn about what you're saying. It's just the fact that, okay, I told him to tell me. He told me. Now I got what I wanted. He.
Just the satisfaction of
yeah.
you
Tell him. You tell
laying
her,
down.
Yeah.
Man, that's cold.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Yeah.
the game within the game.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is that what they mean? Women, is that what y'all mean when y'all say vulnerable? They want vulnerability in a man, though. I tried to understand it a different way, like, transparent or something like that.
I done seen guys.
But if you just want to have your nose above my nose,
Man,
I don't know what.
I done seen guys treat a
Yeah,
woman.
it's like-
How, you ever heard that? You ever heard a guy tell you his old lady left him because he was too nice?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here. He was too nice. I done heard that plenty of times.
right.
My old lady left me because she said I was too nice.
Listen, I post something the other day said a lot of women are single because good men aren't they type.
Right.
They don't want the guy that go to work every day.
Yeah.
That's pulling 40 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard it plenty of times. Dudes say, I done heard it in the barbershop plenty of times.
Right.
Hey, you on the bus. My old lady left me because she said I was too nice. I was paying all the bills. I was checking on all day long. I was, yeah,
Hey,
They want drama.
yeah.
they want the drama. I'm gonna share something with y'all though. I'm gonna share something with y'all
That's,
because
it's kind of like a job saying they're not going to hire you because you're overqualified.
I think this helped shine some light on it because this was actually what it was, fellas.
The fan said all qualifications good.
And this is what I'm just gonna read a comment.
We got 36 on here. Yeah, somebody call in, ladies. Out of
Somebody, y'all call in.
out of
Y'all
36, somebody, it's a
Y'all
female
gonna sit here
watching.
and watch us go down this road now. Trust me, we just turned on this street. But if y'all think we finna be vulnerable so you can have your nose up in the air, I'm telling you, that's the wrong idea. The vulnerable part, because
All right, Jay, have you ever, give me an example, have you ever talked to, let's say, not saying a woman you with now, let's say a female, right?
Mhm.
And she by herself.
okay,
Good conversation. Hang up the phone, call her back. Now she got 3 of her homegirls in the room with her. Same question that you get asked her before.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee you get a different answer now. All because she got a crowd
home
now.
friend, her
And she
homegirl.
can prove that you're vulnerable.
right.
Oh, yeah, he calling me, girl. And now she finna get spoiled with you because she got an audience.
Wow. No, I ain't never seen that. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, yeah. Peep
Not that
game.
I'm aware
Peep
of.
game.
Right.
Peep game. Call them when they by themselves and ask them a question.
It's different.
And then wait till they're around their homegirl, ask them the same question.
Right.
Gonna get a different answer. Different tone of voice.
Wow.
Now she may sell it. It may be good or bad. She may put some cake on it for
Right.
the homegirl
Right,
watching.
right.
Or she may put that old.
But it's gonna be some
gonna be a
mix. It's gonna be
switch. It's gonna be a switch one way or the other.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's game.
But check this out, D.
Somebody. Oh, she said no real woman wants a non-working ass man. Call in, Portia.
Was that Portia that said that?
Now my Portia that was on the. She used to host the show.
Oh,
The Brain Behind the
okay.
Beauty.
Okay. Here's somebody. This is the response to the good man. What does a good man? What is the definition of a good man?
Mm-hmm.
Of a real man? What does a real man look like?
Mm.
Does a real man cheat on his wife, but is a good provider and gives her everything she wants? Or is it a real one that takes care of her house and the kids, etc., and don't work? Or is he the guy that appears to be the guy everyone wants, but behind the scenes, he's a procrastinator, fat and unmotivated, and doesn't see opportunity even if it punched him in the face?
I got an answer for that.
That sounds like a lot of...
I got an answer for that. I feel like a good man is in the eyes of the beholder. Because I said it before. Some women are good man to her. That's her man. That's her husband. That's what she got to deal with.
Right.
So no other female can tell her what a good man is. If she think this nigga out there got them chopping a tree for free,
Right.
but laying it down right in the bedroom,
Right.
if that's considered a good man for her, that's her choice.
Right.
That's what she consider a good man. So
Right.
society got this.
So
got
ain't no standard on it.
Ain't no standard.
It is.
Soci-
It's what you want.
It's what a
It
woman.
really boils down to what you want.
Oh, what a woman gonna deal with? Like your 10% of what you do wrong, your
Right.
90% is what your old lady may want to deal with.
Right.
But we may be flip side. My 10% is totally different from yours. But
Right.
my old lady deal with my 90 versus my 10.
Right.
So ain't your woman place tell my woman I ain't no man.
Right.
Because what that 10% I'm doing, vice versa. So people kill me when they even with women.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to tell a woman what her man, he ain't no man. That's her man.
Right.
Now we all know how we was raised and what a man should be.
Right. But you know what? When you meet that woman, either when she getting ready to leave the Negro
Uh-huh.
or after he done left her,
Uh-huh.
the first thing she gonna do is tell you all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he wasn't this.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
well, what did you want in the first place?
She didn't know.
What in the hell did you want?
Good question.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. She didn't know.
So let me ask you a
know?
question. If y'all ask, if you was on a date right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your first question was to a female and you said, what do you really want? What do you think that answer would be? If you said, look here, mom, I met you at the club, whatever, bar, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on a date next Friday.
Right.
And your first question was, you sat her down, said, my name is James Aaron. I own a barbershop. I this, I that. What do you want in a man? What do you think the answer going to be?
I mean, they done got now that they know. Like when you ask that question now, you know the answer that done turn into?
What?
Everything. Okay, so what's everything?
Everything,
what I mean?
everything,
Right.
but everything good and bad come with it.
Because I'm gonna tell you, but they perceiving what's in front of them. Because everybody ain't gonna ask you that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when you say that, they like, okay.
Okay, but then you flip it and say, well, what does everything get me?
Great question. Great comeback.
What does everything get me? You want
Right.
it all.
You know what?
do I get?
When
That's
you
a
say
good
that,
one.
when you said that comment right there, I thought about Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London. When Nipsey passed away, all them chicks kept saying,
Yeah.
"I want me a Nipsey Hussle, but are you gonna be a Lauren London?
Exactly. You don't
Are
even
you
know
gonna
what
play her
came with
role?
it. Exactly.
You don't know what she did to keep that hustle."
Exactly. Right.
And she had to deal with the man probably not being there half the time.
Right.
Knowing the man was doing what he was doing.
Right.
But she hold him down.
Right.
Are you willing to do that?
Right.
Most of the
Right.
time. Most of the time.
Right. No, they want that Sierra and what's her name? Yeah, they want that Sierra Russell
What's
Wilson.
that? What's that, Jay?
What I don't know, cause you know they like Sierra. What the Sierra prayer they call it?
Who?
The Sierra.
Sarah Prayer?
They call it a prayer. Whatever she did to get
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
No, I think with Sierra's situation, man, she was a young chick, bad, ATL, and that's what she just knew growing up.
She married up.
And she
Grew up.
she traded that used in car for a damn
For a new
a
model.
damn showcase car out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she just got as she grew with her, you know,
Right.
cause she was fucking with Bow Wow. How Bow
Right.
Wow? How in the hell do Bow Wow get with Sierra?
But see, that's what I'm saying. And she knew at some point what she wanted.
How you go from
And she
Bow
changed the whole
Wow?
game.
How you go from Bow Wow
You got to get it together.
to Russell Wilson?
Right. Come on, man. Russell
she
Wilson
just-
up there in the box with Goodell in the Super Bowl.
Well,
man.
they cracked on him on social media. They said he the only black man go from a white woman and meet a black chick and go up.
Yeah. Damn.
They said on social media. I ain't say that.
Disco just
Social
said
media
that.
Social media said that.
Some of the story behind Russell Wilson.
Right.
He didn't want to just jump in the sack with her. He wanted
Right.
to know. They took
He
time.
wanted- right.
They put work in on their relationship. But
That's what you think?
That's what he said.
That was some TV old like Tebow ad. Told me he never.
Just
that
like
bullshit.
the Steve Harvey stuff.
Ain't no way in the
That's
hell that
Steve
girl
Harvey.
dance like that. You gonna tell me I'm gonna wait till we get married?
Say that
Ain't no way in the hell. The way she dance like you got, that's the first thing we finna do.
Come on. Hey.
So what you saying? You don't believe it? You don't believe it?
I don't think she would have stayed.
Right.
She ain't
Right.
she ain't dance like that because she want to.
Right. She just came back from having
And-
Future Baby.
Come on, man.
I mean,
She just had Future Baby.
Come
She
on,
know
dog.
her.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So that's all that old, like we say, J.Gerrard recognize game. That's all that
So
TV.
they did that to whitewash him so he can
Man,
he can stay one of them
Good quarterback.
them good
So
guys in
my
the
quote,
league.
what do you think she really wanted?
Shit, I don't know. That's a real question.
What did she really want?
She picked the right ride.
Right.
She picked the right ride. Cause you know what I mean, in this guy's spotlight, over here you got the, whereas over here in hip hop, this guy look better when he around more women. NFL, they look at you bad when you got a wife and you got all this. You know what I
Correct.
mean? She chose to.
Correct. Another
Yeah,
question I
she
got for y'all.
chose safe.
Do y'all think women decisions on what they want based on what their mama had or didn't have? Because it's a lot of women out there real competitive with their own mother. So their mother might have had a boyfriend that had everything that he can provide her.
You saying some
So do
deep
you
stuff,
think
man.
that a woman would base her needs or what she want on what she seen her mama gravitating to?
I think that has a lot of merit to it because you learn from what you see a lot of times. And if your mom didn't or growing up, a lot of the stuff and even the behavior of relationships you pick up from your parents and your mama tell you he ain't no good and don't do this and you ever let it. I mean, so that could have some bearing. That's what I'm saying. I can't say for sure, but I know it could have bearing. But I'll tell you this, whatever she did, whatever Sierra did to get him, it's easy to get him.
Right.
Keep up.
Well, my question I'm asking, do you think that a lot of women like to overdo their mother? Like,
Compete.
I-
Competition. If anything, I think they might want to emulate her.
Right.
And possibly, I'm sure be better. I think everybody feel like you want to be better than, know what I mean? In fact, I told my kids, especially my son, like be better than me, please. Please be better than me. But as far as women, I think, especially then if they didn't see, depends on what they saw at home in the relationship. You know, if they saw, like you said, she had a man that took care of home or whatever, they want that. You know, they looking for that, you know. So that kind of set the standard. That's really like just what you see in front of you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's funny we talking about that. I told somebody on the bus today, that real housewife stuff, people don't realize that stuff. Them, all them women take care of them men.
Right.
These women sit at home and brag about these housewives.
Right.
All them housewives take care of they man.
Right. Right. And it make you wonder, like, what's really going on. That's what I'm saying. And it's from point to point to point. You know, not just one demographic. Go ahead, caller. You're on J.Gerrard.
Hey, this is Portia. I'm calling in real quick to show some support and let y'all know I'm digging your theory.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah,
Okay. What you got for the conversation?
I mean, what y'all want?
That's what we saying. What they really want. About to put DMX on in here.
I mean, I think, of course, it's going to be very subjective.
Okay,
you know,
it is.
Each woman.
Right.
But for me, I know the biggest thing I want is authenticity.
Right.
You know, I meet a lot of pretenders. So, you know, they present themselves one way, and then 3-4 months later, I find out, you know,
Right.
you got a whole different situation.
Still presenting a representative.
You know, that affects me. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I said, a lot of people still present their representative. What happened? Oh, okay.
Are you there?
No, he hung up on her for a second. Portia, call us right back if you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the phone number is 678-638-6626. Portia, if you can, give us a call back. Say it again. Yeah, I can hear. Is your mic on? No, it's not. I don't think you're on. But yeah.
How about now?
Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The phone number again, 678. Go ahead, caller. You on?
Okay, it's Portia. What
Okay.
we don't want is y'all to hang up on us.
Right. Okay. That's the engineer. Yeah. Where the camera at? Yeah.
Put the camera on it.
Right. But go ahead with your point. You were saying authenticity?
But yeah, you know, like if you don't present your true self, then
Right.
you know we really don't have much to go off of. You know, when things go left, and so authenticity is one.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, I want to have trust.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know, like this is going to be different, you know.
Right.
And I think one thing about what women want, it changes, or I mean, I would think it should change with
Right.
maturity.
After life experience and
frankly.
maturity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we all lived our silly 20s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I used to love me a bad boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I feel like a man with an edge, but I don't mind a nice guy.
Right.
You know, I don't want him to be corny. I'm not.
So let me ask you this. Do you think like with the representative or the lack of authenticity, do you think that's because most guys feel like they have to fit a certain mold these days for women? Do you feel like it's because, you know, they feel like they have to play the cool guy? You know, like you just said, you like a little bad boy. So did he need to put on a fake edge or what?
No, because I don't want that either.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, and I've heard this from like my male friends, and so I guess now I'm just coming to grips with it. I just think that they feel like they have to be a certain person for me.
Right.
And so, you know, I've had the guy that lies about how many kids he has, you know, and he was older. So I'm like, dude, you know,
too old to be lying.
Right.
If you don't want to tell me about your situation, like just be real,
Right.
you know, and that ruined it.
Wow.
Right.
You know, and it's that kind of stuff. And it's like you can't make the decision for a woman on what she wants to hear. You don't really know what we want to hear.
Right. Right.
So, you know, well, let me be like this because I know these are the kind of dudes that she's used to. You don't know that.
Right.
You know, there's probably a lot of surprises. Many women are hiding about the type of men she's dated. You know,
Right.
and that's
Right.
not necessarily even hiding, but you just don't know her story.
But let me ask you this: when you have a bad experience like that, do that necessarily make you change? Like you say, okay, well, I like the guy with the edge. Okay, so you have a bad experience. Okay, was that just that guy, and now I'm going to change that? Maybe I'm looking for a more boring type guy, or does that make you just look deeper into? I'm just asking, do the experience kind of change the?
I mean, it makes me, I guess, maybe examine or try to examine, you know,
Right.
the other men more closely, I guess.
Mhm.
I mean, I really, like I said, you know, I don't mind the edge, but you know, I've been open over
Right.
the years, you know, and so for me, I would, you know, have like a little cornball or, you know, like
Right.
for me, when I was like out there dating like that, it
Right.
used to be kind of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know, I'm like, okay, so
Right.
I'm gonna have a starting five.
Right. Oh, right. Right.
All completely different.
You had your squad.
Completely
Right.
different.
Right. Wow. Different
You know?
personalities.
Come get me, run
Right.
interference and all that.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty, that's pretty interesting. Thank you for your call. I appreciate your call.
No problem. Y'all take care.
Okay. You too.
Uh-huh. I think if like she was saying when she started dating him and then after a while I'm gonna tell you if you can't come 100 and if you can't be just real, then it's game.
Right.
It's game.
I think a lot of times guys, they try to come 100,
Mm-hmm.
but they feel like they 100 ain't good enough
Right.
for what they dealing with. So they twist they 100 to please them.
Right.
And they don't understand. It's so hard.
Right.
Right.
It's so hard to be somebody you ain't.
Right.
Right.
Man.
Especially when you come out there popping like you got the bag.
Right.
You definitely finna.
Oh no, I got you.
Yeah.
We can do that.
No, I got this, baby. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
whatever.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Go ahead, caller. You go.
Hi, this is Toyonda.
Hi, Torianda. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing really well. Thank you for calling in tonight. Thank you for listening. What do you have for the conversation?
Yes, sir. This is some really good conversations that are well overdue.
Mhm.
Just even the question that you're posing as to what a woman wants.
Right.
And I think that it's so critical to really even ask the question because so many men just really assume based on their previous relationships that whether it be with their mother, their sister, or other females, that you all want the same thing.
Right.
Instead of taking the time to ask that particular sister, because her need may be based on the things that she's previously experienced and things that she has learned from those previous relationships, be it from her father, her uncle, her brothers, or a previous husband or a relationship. So it'll really change, and it does change as you mature in age. What we wanted at 21 is not the same thing that we want at 41.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
But let me ask you this: do you ever get to a point, and I'm just saying, and I know where you feel like, because this is what a lot of guys say, that we should expect, or where you have grown tired of explaining to a grown man
Yeah.
what you want. Explain to me what that means, because sometimes the man on the other side of the table is saying they expect us to know what they thinking or what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman is also, is saying, hey, I shouldn't have to explain to a grown man what I want.
I don't know. I think I'm a little different because I don't feel like I shouldn't have to explain me. I want to explain to you what I want. What I don't want to explain is explaining to you how to be a man.
Okay.
That's what my frustration has been. I think at my age,
Okay.
I'm 50 this year.
So those two different things there. You made a distinguish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, explaining, that's what I prefer to do because I've become very comfortable in who I am, good, better, and different, and sharing who I am. And so I think it's more of a maturity thing, definitely you being secure in who you are and in your skin, so that you'll be able to eloquently and intelligently and freely share with this brother who you really are. There are no questions, but you first got to take the time to ask.
Right.
Ask. Don't assume that I'm like the other sisters that you date, because I'm not.
Right. And the vulnerability part, what does that mean to you?
Say that again?
The vulnerability part, what does that mean to you?
Vulnerability for who?
For the man,
To be
is that something that you feel like is important
to be open
for you?
Because when you're vulnerable with me, again, it comes with that security and all. And unfortunately, I mean, I've had girlfriends and, older, younger, that they want to control the man. They feel like that's part of them having the upper hand. So, yeah, they want to control. They want to see you vulnerable. They want to feel like I got you when I want you. And
Wow.
then I think somebody said earlier as far as game.
Right.
For me, listening to a brother be vulnerable with me, in my mind, I'm thinking now, okay, since I know who I am as far as that help me to that brother, do I have the tools to really help him in those areas where he's vulnerable? Or vice versa, because it's not about me just helping him. That doesn't have to be mutual.
Right.
right.
It's not gonna work.
Right.
Mm.
Wow. Those are some great points.
Yeah.
That was some great points.
But what I'm hearing is like she's saying, like that's the difference between, in my opinion, when a female know what she want and got her stuff together,
Absolutely.
as opposed to somebody that's something you can work with. But when
Right.
you're dealing with people who,
Still trying to figure it out.
and I mean,
And there's nothing wrong with saying I'm still trying
to
to
figure
it
it out exactly. That
Like I ain't doing
be
nothing
100.
serious right now. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Listen, I ain't even there yet.
The thing that we see, that I see,
Right.
is that a brother will go more so with a woman who really don't know, as opposed to taking the time to get to know a sister like me who does know.
Right.
And is in a position for us to do this thing and really partner
Right.
and not compete with one another. But I guess maybe it's easier. I don't know. I'm still tracking my.
I was just about to ask you, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
Because it's a little easier and it's not a challenge. But I don't know. You tell me why a brother would choose someone like that where they do it, where it's really wrecking their brains. It's a lot of drama. It's mentally, emotionally, financially draining for you, but you're going to stick in there as opposed to going somewhere where it's a little stress-free, a little bit more peace when you walk in the home. You got a meal. You got a beautiful woman. You got good sex. You got all of that coming through the door.
Right.
But you still choose to go with that.
We
brother.
still choose to struggle.
Help me
Right.
understand.
Right. Say what now? Right. How long what?
How long does she offer that service?
Right. How long does that? He said, how long do you offer those services? Like once you were in is that what you do initially and that remains the way it go?
In the relationship, doing those things.
Right.
Well, I was married before. I was married for 12 years,
Okay.
and I was married since I was 18,
Okay.
and I've been divorced since I was 30.
Okay.
So it'll be almost like 20 years since I've been divorced.
And
but that was not. I'm sorry.
No, and that was your regular.
That was my regular.
That was the
my
way you loved
husband
your
didn't even
husband.
heat his food up. When it was time
Right.
for his lunch, because he worked at night,
Right.
I would heat his food up and take it to his job.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's my norm. And
Right.
I know that not all women are like that.
Right.
And so, yeah, I still scratch my head now. Okay, so that's what you prefer? Let me know how that worked out. And trust me,
Right.
my stomach is still hurting right now,
Right.
unfortunately, because he thought the grass was green on the other side.
Mhm.
And he will admit that he hasn't found someone like me. And I told him that you're not.
Right.
But
A lot of yeah. I mean, it happens every day, and you're single right now.
I am. Yes.
Okay, you single right now, and yeah, but and that's interesting because you said it seems like that way. So I've heard somebody say this before in the conversation that a lot of people are assume that love only comes with struggle.
Right. Oh.
You know, like you got to find somebody when they on their way climbing to the top. Say it again.
I'd rather it be effortless. Why I gotta work so hard for it?
Right.
And if
Exactly.
you're mature and everybody's mature and know what they want, when you come into it knowing what you want, it's a little easier to move forward.
Right.
But if you struggling and this thing ain't mutual, then we gotta move on.
Right.
Right.
Now,
Those things are over.
That's
Me
a grown
want
woman.
You,
Yeah.
You don't want me or vice versa.
Right.
Those days are over.
Right.
It's gotta be mutual, or it's not gonna happen.
what I like what she said was move on. Just go on and make the decision and do what you need to
That's
do.
it.
Right.
Stop playing.
Right.
I mean, like I said, at the end of the
Right.
day, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right.
But don't waste my time.
Right.
I mean,
Don't waste
I
my
imagine
time.
a lot of women they would take that. Now
Right.
you got some women out there. Like I said, you got people. I ain't gonna say. I just put it like that. You got people out there that's still into the gaming.
Right.
I mean, you say
Like the last caller
Yeah.
said, they problem is people in authenticity.
right.
So you showing up with
you,
game.
you game. That's gaming.
We showing up with game.
Right.
I'm gonna hang up because I know somebody else may want to join in.
Okay,
All
thank you
right.
so much for your
Thank
call,
you.
Toyanda.
All right, you guys have a good evening.
You
as
too.
well.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Boy,
Well,
we can't
it's-
wait.
it's-
I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, this lady just said, why y'all choosing to struggle with these broke chicks?
Wow.
And we're going to talk about, we'll holler about that in the locker room next. But listen, why y'all choosing to struggle when, and acting like you don't, and being intimidated by, and she sound very well established and very willing to be.
That's the problem.
That's the problem?
That's the problem. Not
We-
saying she.
It's not them, it's us.
No, it's not. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, a lot of men are scared to deal with a woman who got her stuff together because
Right.
they can't control that woman.
Right.
They rather deal with a chick who got them, who catching the CCT. You know,
If everybody having fun, if everybody good and having fun and living their best life, why do it matter who in charge?
but this is my point though, Jay. A lot, it's vice versa though. I say there's 1,000 people don't believe me. When I was single,
Right.
I done met a lot of women who they passed date experiences with a dude who didn't have nothing. They were happy. Believe it or not, it's a lot of women that want a man that don't have nothing because it's a control factor.
Oh, wow.
Vice versa, it's a lot of dudes
So-
that want a woman that don't have nothing because it's a
So
control.
the woman choosing a man with a struggle too.
I swear to God, on everything I love,
They are choosing
on
why we
everything
not
I
choosing.
love.
Well, y'all,
It's sad, man.
y'all
I'm
go
telling you.
ahead with that.
They looking for situations to control.
They want to buy him that PlayStation 5, get him some games. You know what he had all day long.
Oh my.
He ain't got nowhere to go. You don't want him going nowhere.
That's a dub.
Wow.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's a box.
Bruh.
That's a dependent.
We
It go both ways. Now,
He
now, like they say,
right.
women.
Ah.
Now,
He
now a
only good
woman,
for tax
woman,
season.
Right.
oh, like what she sound like.
Right.
You gotta have your eggs right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying in the
Right.
basket.
Right.
But I swear to God, it's a lot of women out there that use that power.
I mean, but did she scare the head out of anybody?
Who?
I mean, I know it's real men and
No, no,
ain't
no,
no
she
scared.
got- no, no, she-
But what I'm trying to understand is how his brother's intimidated by that.
Because a brother ain't got his shit together, and a brother want to better be in control, and he feel like he can't control the woman.
So
that
what
got
he
her
gonna
own
say
shit.
is she wanna run the situation.
So every man can't deal with a boss bitch.
That's what it is.
Every man can't deal with a boss bitch. That's
That's weak.
that's
That's-
the bottom line.
And if you're running game ain't gonna deal with that.
Nah.
She
That ain't gonna deal
that
with
right
game.
there. That ain't gonna deal with game. That right there
Right.
run you out.
What
of town.
that sound like right there is her first thing is what's your future hold?
Yeah.
You got a
Right.
401k built up.
Right.
How long you been at your job?
Right.
Are you caught up on your child support?
Right.
That sound like that what she is.
So
And unless the first caller is in their 20s,
Now the first call ain't.
okay, because they say the lack of authenticity.
right.
So if you over 35 and you still can't be you when you walk up to a woman,
Right.
you need to work on you.
Well,
Right.
no, it ain't that though, Jay. We all know
Well,
as
you
men.
just shooting game.
No, we
It's
all
the-
know as men now. I
it's the
said
men
it
that
before.
playing the game.
Yeah, it's the men. We know how. We
Yeah.
know what one we can say what's up
Yeah.
to. Excuse me to. How
Right.
you do? We know by their demeanor.
Okay.
So a lot of times we don't shoot. We shoot the game when
We
game.
shoot what we think we need to shoot.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
What she need to hear.
So they miscalculate.
So like a quarterback, we throw a
Okay.
certain route on certain defense.
So they just miscalculating with the
Correct.
first caller.
Exactly.
The second
So-
caller, they intimidated.
right. The
Yeah.
second caller, they gonna have to bring game if they ain't. Because if you ain't got your game together, you can't roll up on her.
See, the
You
first
gonna
caller
have to-
sound like to me is a woman in the street, but she can throw that on and off switch.
Like she know how to read the defense.
Correct.
Yeah.
The second caller is more the GM, the friend of the other goddamn organization.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
She gonna bring in the offensive coordinator.
She
Correct.
calling the shots from the box.
Right.
Correct.
She calling the shots from the box.
booth. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So you know that's the problem, man. I think on both sides. I know we talking about what do women really want,
Right.
Right.
and I heard we have several podcasts on here, and a lot of them say that's the issue. Women don't know what they want. Like
Right.
one dude asked, he said if you ask a chick 10 questions, she can't answer all 10.
Right.
It'd be a cliche, something off TV.
Right.
It'd be just what she think you want to hear.
Wow.
Right. Do we
So-
have any comments on the chat?
Yeah, we got a bunch of them. You ready for them?
Yeah, let's holler at the chat.
All right, let's go. Miriam Johnson was talking about the sister that called in. Said, "Speak, sister, with so much wisdom." Phyllis Tobias.
Okay.
I agree with her. It seems to be a trend that grown men prefer these young girls. What's up with that?
Wow.
Then she came back and said, "I'm guessing no challenge. Then they make the older women their friends." Wow.
Whoa.
So basically,
Ooh.
the older one become auntie.
Oh, that's
What up,
horrible.
auntie?
Oh wow.
Oh, and they go after the young one.
That one be niece.
Cause you can run a game on the young ones. They ain't
Is that what it
Hey,
is?
pay that Metro bill. They good.
right. You can run a game.
No,
on
listen, I ain't got.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. It was
All
a
right,
joke.
So Tawanda Williams said he's right. He's right, unfortunately.
Right.
And yes, insecure women will seek for men they can't control. But as soon as their brother bounce and get on their feet, he will bounce. And that's the truth.
Right.
I dated a chick one time before I married my wife. I didn't have a gig.
Okay.
I was doing what I do. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And she was the breadwinner. And once I got a job,
Right.
they was crying. I thought I was gonna leave them
Because you was
because I was stable now
Right.
with a guarantee coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So he right.
your stability scared.
She right. Phyllis,
Yeah.
I'll say that's true, Disco. I guess what I said before. And you right, Tawanda. That's all we got.
Yeah.
But it goes back to, like I said, I think a lot of women are using, because I think it's more financial women than men right now.
Right.
On the finance part.
Right.
I think they're making more bread than the average man right now.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
Okay.
And I think that's been the whip.
Mm-hmm.
It's-
They the
it's-
higher educated, the higher.
I'm gonna say this right here. It's a lot of
compensated.
women buying their husbands. I'm gonna leave it just right there where it's at.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the mic on that one.
Blam.
Man, buying their husband. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. But
And he
at the same
obeying.
time, but see, I'm gonna tell you this. At the same time, and this is, and I'm just being honest. And I had this conversation with somebody today because we was talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
You better get what you want.
Yeah.
You better really get what you want. Because if you wasting your time and you building a bear and you finally get that bear in a 3-piece suit and it dance off with a duck, you know what I mean? That's on you. You really, and you done wasted your time, your energy, and your investment into something. So my response to, well, what is it that a woman really want was, I don't really know, but you better go for what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because sometimes we can compromise ourselves right out of life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he this and this and that, and I'm going, And just like the caller just said, okay, she said, well, some of the brothers choosing the sisters that's in the struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of these sisters choosing these brothers that's in the struggle.
And
How come he, and I'm not knocking
Nah,
it either way.
but you know what, Joe J?
I'm not knocking it either way.
But you saying
I mean,
right now,
you know.
struggle. A lot of women say that they see the potential in the man.
Exactly.
Right.
So
But see, that's the thing. You got to be a guy that got
so it's the difference between struggle
Right.
and a sorry ass.
right.
Struggle
Right.
is you went through something,
Right.
and you trying to bounce back.
But see, that was like the comment that I read where she say the guy had no motivation
Yeah.
Correct.
and had no plans and no
Correct.
vision.
Correct.
Now, see, I know that a woman don't want no dude that ain't got no plan.
And I'm
Right.
trying to figure out. Somebody explain to me real quick. Speak about man who had no plan. What's winning? Like these cats on social media winning.
I don't know what's winning.
To these cats is going to buy bottles.
That's winning.
That's spending $500. Staying with your mama.
Man, please.
That's winning.
Listen, that social media capping is so old, man.
Yeah.
It's so old.
So the
right
winning,
now.
the winning done got to the degree, and then
Yeah.
they had their little boo right next to
Yeah.
them or a game. So
Yeah.
that's what.
Man, who the hell care to put an image of all of that out there?
And you
struggling in your real life.
Right. You at home
Fake-
with your
And
mom.
you at home, right? You
Fake
went to all
book.
these pictures, and this Negro at home
with his-
beating you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or he at home, talking crazy
Right.
to you. Or he ain't been home in 3 days.
Oh wow.
That's
Or
that shit.
she just jumped up and left. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
For who? Who
But
the show for?
but they will go to work and compete with the next girl's story. Like they're in a
Right.
little
See, that's a
cubicle.
bunch of y'all, yeah.
If they're in a little
That's
cubicle,
a
you know your
three-ring.
man right now ain't got
Right.
nowhere to go. But get what you'll say. Oh, he an entrepreneur.
She gonna send
He
herself.
got a
some
CD coming out.
She gonna send herself some edible arrangements.
Oh, it happened all that. Wait till.
You think it don't happen?
Wait till Sunday. I know it happened.
Man, come on.
Wait till
Man,
Sunday.
I mean,
Say wait till Sunday.
Wait till
Go back,
Sunday.
right? Oh yeah.
Go on your timeline.
Oh no. I'm going black on
Yeah.
the 12th and coming back.
Cause you
on
look
the
at that,
16th.
look at that Facebook the whole 4-5 months, and they complain
Right.
about what he ain't doing.
Right.
right.
Now all of a sudden on Sunday,
He show up.
he done showed up with a 3K ring
Right.
and a Gucci purse and
Right.
and took you out to eat.
Right.
All you doing is saving your money to treat yourself so your friends can think he that
You
type
posting
of guy.
thank you, babe, and you know you the side piece.
And so, the
Don't do
sad
that. Do
part-
yourself better.
That's what I was
No,
gonna
I
say.
mean that. Do yourself better than that, women. Do yourself better than that, because we talking to y'all tonight.
If that's what you
But-
got to do, then you ain't got nothing.
You said thank
Yeah.
you, baby.
I'm just
Yeah, thank
You
you,
ain't-
babe. And you know,
you know.
this dude, he
Yeah.
that's all you got, because he took the wife to Chattanooga.
Right,
Come
right.
on, man.
He can't talk because
Don't do that to yourself, because you're beautiful and there's somebody out there that
Mm.
appreciate you for who you are. But you got to pick yourself up off the floor.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I say that because I got a daughter. Make the brothers step up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make them step
I
up.
said it yesterday, man. A woman got to know their worth, man.
Absolutely.
Know your worth.
Absolutely.
And same time, fellas, know your worth too, because there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of guys in the world too. They don't know
They
their
don't
worth.
know. You're right.
I think there's more guys out in the world that know their worth than women.
Right.
And we all know that this go both
That's a big
ways.
point.
We all
But
know
you're
that this
right.
go
Because we tend to break. We tend to, like you said, we tend to give them what they want.
Right.
So we
It's all about them
our
anyway.
value go down for
Right.
our own souls
Right.
because we trying to get them what they want.
Right.
So it's a lot of times we gotta know our worth too.
I think you just kill yourself when you come into the relationship and the whole commitment, and the only thing that matters is that person's happiness.
Right.
Both of y'all happiness got to matter.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Both of y'all got to have a sense
Her
of
happiness
belonging.
should make me happy. My happiness should make her happy.
Exactly. It's a reciprocate.
It
Right.
should.
Right.
I'll say this too, because when you walk into these relationships and when you're not able just to be you, that's the problem right there. If you gotta lie about anything, then I'm telling you, you ain't got you ain't building on nothing. It ain't
Right.
gonna be nothing there for you.
If you want him to spank you or something in the bedroom, tell him that.
Say it.
If you want him to be a little rough around the edges or something, I mean, all of that. And it sounds crazy and it sounds like, it ain't no shock. You really need to have that conversation. Like, there's nothing wrong with having that conversation. If that's going to be the problem, because don't allow it to become an area of
You hear
problem
it?
where you're not, static.
Most women will tell you, if you are authentic, if you would be real, that's one of the most attractive things to most women. If you just being real. If you don't like it, if that ain't your game, then be real. So all of this game, if you're intimidated, if all those are signs of immaturity, what you intimidated for a woman for,
Portia-
and you being you.
Bro, Portia said something important. She said once you realize your worth, you'll stop accepting coupons.
Ooh, I like that.
I made a comment one day and said you don't deserve to be on clearance rack.
That's real. Right. Is this mic working?
Is it? Turn it. Hit this. Is it on? Yeah. So
You won't put yourself on discount if you know your worth. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about
you
that.
won't play yourself.
But then don't fall for these people out here. These people, I call them socially awkward. They were socially awkward anyway. But these people that tell you, oh, you getting old, you got to hurry up and get out of the Dodge. Those are settlers. Y'all know how that went.
There we go again. Somebody else who kite stuck in the tree.
Right.
And they want to try to fly yours. There we go again.
Right.
Like all these life coaches
Right.
who ain't got no man.
Right.
Right.
I ain't met a life coach yet who got a man.
Right. Uh-oh.
Call in. I want the smoke.
Call in. Right. Uh-oh.
I want the smoke.
You want the smoke.
If
The
you a life
coaches-
coach and you got a
Why
man,
all the life
please-
coaches single? That's a good.
I had life coaches come through this building and now
Right.
don't got no man.
Damn.
That's game.
That's rough.
Yeah.
So call in. I'll shut it down today. You call him.
Right.
If you're a life coach and you call me and say, you got a man, put him on the phone, lunch on me.
Say put him on the phone.
Put him on the phone. But he got to be
Right.
he got to be a happy husband though.
I was just going to say he might be a life coach too because she made him go to the online class. Let me stop. I'm being hey, y'all forgive me.
Now you
Hey,
good.
look, but for real, I'm telling you now. Hey,
I mean,
listen. If you ain't got no plan, bro, they'll give you a plan. You better have a plan.
That's like I was
out here.
telling bro when we first met.
You're gonna be a life coach.
We from me and bro first had our first
Right.
conversation about going in the sea fishing.
Right.
For the,
Right.
it's just like I said, so many people want to tell you Like you said, they telling the old people
Right.
hurry up and get ready. Why?
See, I'm laughing at your old analogy because you said you had rods everywhere.
Well,
Yeah, I had rods everywhere. I had when I
Right.
moved here, I had rods everywhere.
Right.
I was trying to catch tadpoles, the groupers,
catching
the snapper,
everything.
yellowtail.
Right.
It didn't matter.
Right.
But once I got tired of it,
Right.
I had to put it in that one little pond.
Right. You went and got the net.
And I had to get that net and want that one right there. I want no more. And I'm
And
gonna
that's
make
it.
that. I'm gonna put the season on that one.
Right.
You gonna
I'm
make
going
that
for
one
lead
work.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Right.
eat that one real slow.
Right.
I'm gonna make that one. I'm
Work.
gonna make that one work.
Right.
That's what I got to. I ain't need your permission which one to put that on.
Right.
So many people want to tell you which fish you got to catch.
Right.
You worry about catching your fish.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all
But-
throwing
wow.
that empty bait out there while you ain't catching shit.
I think that's an interesting fact though. For the caller that said that, the guys are choosing to go with the struggle. That's really interesting. Interesting perspective.
To go with the
Yeah, Jay.
younger.
To choose the struggle instead of
Oh,
finding,
struggle, yeah,
instead
yeah.
of finding that woman that is, secure. When they do, they're intimidated.
They
All right,
want
real
that
quick.
drama and they
Coming to America, would you want to be like Akeem? With your wife? Would you want a wife like that, submissive like that? Well, no matter what you said, she did it.
No.
So that's too nice.
Talking about like the one that the 1 foot hopper.
Yeah.
No.
No.
See, that's
So
why.
okay, so
I mean,
okay, that's what I'm saying. So that's what we talking about. You can be
Right.
too nice.
Right.
So you do want a rebuttal woman a little
But
bit.
I don't know if I would have came to America and find Mr.
No, I ain't
McDowell's
talking about-
daughter.
I'm talking
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
living
not talking
for
about.
South
I'm talking about literally the movie. I'm talking about
You
a
talking about a
woman that
person.
just personality like that.
Right,
Whatever-
right.
Whatever you want, baby, I got you. Whatever.
Right.
Just always yes.
No,
Right.
no. You want a woman with a
want a little
ideal, you
kickback.
with personality. You want
That's,
a woman
that's kind
that
of
can-
like what they saying. They want a guy with a little edge.
right.
So it sounded like what my the lady was saying when she gave his man everything she wanted.
Uh-huh.
So he probably was like, you know what? That's just not. It's just. You know
It's
what I'm
too
saying?
easy.
It could have been
It
that
was
way.
too easy for
It was
him.
too easy for him. Like she doing this, she doing this. No matter what I say, I ain't getting no. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, I like arguing my mind a little
Right.
bit.
But then too, now on a line like what you were just saying.
Uh-huh.
Now if she giving him this and giving him that and giving him this and he say, oh well, this is too good, then I mean, my question is, are you good on your self-esteem, bro? Are you good on what you deserve? Because some of us walk around and don't feel like we deserve shit.
Right.
A lot of us men, we done been through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So when you get a woman that's halfway doing something for you, you feel like you don't really deserve
You know what?
it.
And
or you've
that's-
been told you,
You know
don't
what?
deserve
I'm
that.
one of them guys
Some-
right now. I'm one of them guys right now. No, if
Right.
you hear me say it, I always tell you, no disrespect. My fault.
Right, right.
People always tell me, Disco, stop saying your fault. Like,
Right.
that-
Right.
Why you keep? I'm just used to getting.
Used to people always saying you the wrong on the wrong end.
Right.
I
Wow.
always say, no disrespect.
Right.
Right.
I always say no
Right.
disrespect. No
Before
disrespect.
you ain't say what you
Before
about
I
to
ain't
say.
something to say because
Right.
I got conscious that I'm all you so rude, you so this. So
Right.
it can get in your mind
Right.
Right.
when
like
somebody
that.
always beating you down.
Right. And
So
see,
you
that's
need-
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So sometime in some sense, that can
Right.
affect some guys.
Yeah, because
Because if you don't feel like you deserve nothing, somebody start getting you something, you're going to be like, what is wrong with them?
You got a question for Phyllis. It says, how important do you think his or her family is? How much attention should you pay to this while learning about them? So meaning,
The person's family.
yeah. And that's
I think you should pay a lot of attention
a
to
lot.
a whole lot of
Yeah.
attention.
A lot.
And I say that because I
A
come
lot.
from a great family.
A lot.
But, yeah, just go
Yeah.
on through it right.
A lot.
because a lot of the things that you're gonna deal with, especially if it's a family, a close knit family.
Yep.
Yeah, you wanna pay a lot of attention because family is funny. For one, you don't jump in family fights,
Right.
Because you just girlfriend or you new. You gotta
you
wait.
earn them stripes.
Yeah, you gotta wait your turn. Don't
Yeah.
run up on that, because
You have to learn who your person is to the family.
Right.
Wow.
Because sometimes you come in and if they've been that person that the family leans on or whatever, and you come in and you like, why everybody always calling you? You know what I mean? Why your phone ring all the time like
well,
that?
I
Nobody
dealt
else
with
got
that.
no-
I dealt with that being a football coach.
You see what I'm saying?
My old lady had a fit. Everybody, because they
Calling
all
on you.
all the
Everybody
mamas
call.
was single.
Right.
I was coach.
Right.
I was pop. I was everything to them kids.
Right.
And she was like, hold up now.
Right.
This
Right.
is my damn husband. You feel me?
Right.
You know, I'm doing ACs. I'm
Right.
cutting
You belong to
yards,
the
I'm-
community. You belong to the streets.
Yeah,
there,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Really?
I know what you mean by
Yeah.
that.
You belong to the community.
So
But it's funny because guess how I met her?
Same.
I was coaching her kids.
Exactly. This wouldn't even happen if I wouldn't have been out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you really want? What do you really want? That's still. I like what she said. It depends upon the person.
Yeah.
Because,
And
like
it
I said, I
changed.
like
Age just has a lot.
number
to do with it.
2, right?
But don't
But
keep
then-
going through what you go through, women,
Right.
and get back up, and you know what I mean. Really think about it and make them adjustments, because I have plenty of friends that go through stuff and they hurt and they trying to rebuild themselves emotionally. You join the gym, you get the waist trainers, you do all that stuff, and I love to watch a person love
Oh,
themselves.
Jay, they may
End
be,
it.
they may be like me. I'm gonna put this on the air. Nobody will
Uh-huh.
know this about me. I'm a type of cat. I can't stand being alone
Okay.
because I was raised by my mama.
Okay.
I'm used to that nurturing mama.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a kind of cat. No lie. If I get divorced, God forbid, right now, I'll be in a month
You gonna have somebody.
because that's
You'll
just.
be in a month back.
I'm just that I'll be with somebody.
You
That's
wanna
just
be
who
with
I am.
somebody, right.
I got to be with that just because I was a mama's boy,
Right.
only
Right.
child. You know, I ain't gonna lie to
Right.
you. At 30 years old, my grandma was putting her finger through my head, and I was going to sleep as a grown man on her lap.
Right.
So I'm used to being. That's just me. And a lot of what I'm getting at is a lot of women don't know how to be by themselves and learn themselves
Right.
before they pick another man.
Right.
So I'm the same way.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow.
'Cause-
So yeah.
I got it bad. I mean, up
If-
here,
if
I
you
But at
don't,
least-
got to have somebody.
Right.
if you don't deal
But
with
I
your
think
issues,
your experience gonna make you. If you don't deal with the issues, but your experience is gonna make you choose differently.
right? If and I'm just saying this to if you don't deal with your issues on who you are and what you want, then you're gonna keep attracting the same old, same old. We all know this. So I mean, my main thing to say is to take control. Take control of your situation. Stop just letting stuff happen, because you're gonna naturally draw whatever it is that you draw. So deal with know what you want, and stop letting people tell you what you want.
Right.
I'm gonna say something.
Right.
The podcast people.
Right. Stop letting the podcast people tell you what
But you
want.
do- you do need
You
to
really
take
need to
time.
know this for yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
on the
you
real,
really
because I
are.
mean, you sit there and you listen
Keep
to us.
bumping your head
That's a
against the
million
wall
shows.
and then not thinking
But
about it.
but call us back because we know.
It be so funny when
Right.
it be.
We'll talk to you.
But it be so funny when people tell you what they want and they so
Right.
miserable.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's what get me.
Right.
That's what get me.
Right.
Like
I hate to see sisters and like you done took the whole weight of this relationship, and you can tell that the woman, if her shoulders gave out, that her whole relationship would be over.
Oh wow.
I mean, real men know this. We can see and tell, like, baby, that's too much on your shoulder. Like, you know what I
Wow.
mean? You see that. You know? So recalibrate in your secret closet, in your secret place. And really, tomorrow can be the first day of
Of
the
a
life
new-
that you really want.
Right.
You know,
Take
and I ain't
control.
telling you kick, Waldo out, whatever. But
I was going to say I
whatever moves
Now-
you need to make
Stop
to a better
wasting
you.
time.
listen to me now. Do y'all? But y'all might throw some at me right here for this
Right.
one. Do y'all know? To me, communication ain't always talking.
right.
Right.
So people always talking about communication. Like me, I can't talk to folks. I'm always loud. I'm always aggressive. So me and my lady got that kind of visual. We talk a little bit, but we go by actions
Right.
because I'm just that high strung person.
Right.
And she ain't finna. She done told me before, you ain't coaching me. I ain't one of your kids.
Right.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when people are always talking about communicating, it don't mean talking.
Right.
Right.
It
It's-
just mean know the daily basis,
Right.
what's going on next.
Make sure these
Make that
make sure
connection.
these messages are
Make that
Correct.
connection.
So it ain't
Yeah.
always
That
talking.
connection, right?
Make that meaningful connection.
It ain't always talking.
It ain't always that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm the type I want to sit there and look, okay, well talk.
right.
Well, I'm
Talk.
like that too. Like if I'm there and you shouldn't take the shower, I got to move the shower the week. I want to see your eyes.
Right.
Right.
That's because I'm confronting you about something. I want to know
Right.
Right.
what the deal is about
Right.
something.
And intimacy is always a great idea.
Yeah,
The conversation always go easier.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Don't wait. We wait till the wrong time,
Somebody said I need counseling.
So you need counseling. Yeah.
I might do, but it's
Right.
not. It's not a bad thing. It's just how I
Right.
came from a very knitted family. You know, with my aunties spoiled us, my grandma spoiled us.
It ain't a bad thing at
It ain't-
all. I think the
but
bad thing would be if you didn't know that.
Right.
That plus they don't take care of me.
Right.
They say I'm my mama's boy to a certain degree.
Right.
I love my mama,
Right.
but my mama don't take care of me.
Right.
Right.
I just been nurtured by my mama,
Right.
so I know what it is for a woman to put,
To be nourishing.
to put food on the table, to wash my clothes. I
Right.
know, like I know that feeling.
Right.
So that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I love to come on to an open door. Hey, babe, how was your day? That's just
Right.
me. I don't want to come home to no empty door. I don't want to come home to no
Right.
empty door.
Right. Wow.
That's just
Right.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
Never.
And that boils down to what everybody wants. Because,
Right.
you know, it might be some women that want their dinner cooked when they come home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where the communication comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
communication. The comment came early on. If your man,
Right.
she told you better get off that PlayStation to get the.
You better, right. You
if
better
your
get my
man,
hand
cook,
my
listen,
order them hot
if your
dogs
man,
up.
if your man cook better than you, then he'll cook. If she cook,
Right.
better,
I mean, but
it's
yeah.
all about
Yeah. And stop sticking to these like it's a whole bunch of old stuff that done went away
Right,
that don't
right.
exist no more. Like get a good job, work 30 years. They're not saying that right now. They're
No.
not telling these kids that. They're telling them, you know, be innovative, start your own thing. Almost telling everybody to be an entrepreneur for real.
Get a good job, work 15 years, and be through with
Right.
it,
And retire
make enough
15
money.
years a millionaire.
Yeah.
Look
that's
at
what they
ladies.
say.
Right.
If your man is 40 years old and he's still trying to be a aspired rapper, you need help.
Right. And you want to get behind the dream.
You
and,
you
right.
need help,
Right.
especially in Atlanta.
Right.
I know
If
something.
he
Right.
trying to if he got a CD coming out, ever since you met him, you been him 10 years,
Right.
and he ain't got a YouTube video,
Right.
you need help.
Mhm.
Stop telling these folk your man about to be
Yeah,
in the
Right.
spotlight.
yeah, cause
Right. Yeah. Everybody ain't gonna be no
They
rapper.
kill me. You
Everybody
got
ain't gonna
one
be no
verse, you telling the
entertainer.
whole corporate America,
Right.
your man about to be on, and that's what you going by.
Right.
oh man,
I tell
Right.
everybody all day long, you can hustle around your
Right.
guaranteed.
But see, the sad thing is, and see, I was about to say, because I'm still thinking about the sister that say the brother's intimidated.
Mhm.
But the sad thing is, if you find that brother that's equal on your level,
Uh-huh.
he got some game now.
yeah,
Because now he got the bag and he ain't got to take nobody's shit no more. You feel what I'm saying?
He done put in the work.
Yeah, you done told me ain't
He a
nothing.
senior
that-
now.
Exactly. Now when I pull up,
Yeah.
I get the
Yeah.
views and
Yeah.
the clicks.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a whole different game when he on it. So maybe that is part of the reason why, you know, they say, well, I find one with a little potential. He ain't quite dust his dreams off yet. And I'ma help.
But
You know?
women
help
don't
him.
understand it.
They-
The women think,
I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't mean to demonize.
the thing of helping is they want you. They would want you to feel like you need me because I'm that help.
Right.
You know, I'm the crutch. I'm that. So I mean, you.
okay, here we go. Like what women really want. If you married to somebody, girlfriend, tire go flat. She want a man to fix it, right? But when he get his ass up to go fix it, now you gotta tell him where to go get it, how much to pay for the tire.
Right.
So what do you want? Do you want to be able to just say my man changed my tire, or you want that man to be the complete man and handle it from A to Z?
Right.
What
wanna
do you really
micromanage.
want?
You want to micromanage.
Yeah.
That's what they want to
Do you want a man just to tell the whole world you got a man?
That's what they want to do.
Well, I say this.
Or do you want a man to be
Real
the man?
men don't like to be micromanaged.
Well, I can't stand it, boy.
You can't micromanage.
I drop every damn thing and tell you to do it in a minute. I'm not gonna beat you. Not gonna
No.
You
tell
can't micromanage a man.
Not a.
But at the same time, if a woman feel like a man is asleep at the wheel, she gonna drop some.
See, I don't mind if I'm dozing and you help me out.
Right. If she
Right.
feel like you
I don't
ain't,
mind that.
Right.
I don't mind that. If it's for the better,
Right.
I don't mind that.
Right.
Okay. And this is just another example, just different from yours.
You good?
She dropped. Okay. Well, oh, you seen like you ain't took out on date night in a minute.
Oh wow.
And oh well, you see Denzel got this new movie coming out. Now that's a breadcrumb, bruh.
Right.
That's bait.
You know what I mean?
You better bite it.
Right. You better
better
jump
bite-
on
you
that.
better.
And I'm talking about and let the hook
Yeah.
catch everything.
Yeah, you better bite it.
Right.
Because
Because
she know you don't give a damn about Denzel.
exactly.
Right.
Because when you don't catch that,
Then that's the communication issue.
right,
Right.
then that turn the attitude, and then
Correct.
you catch hell because you
Correct.
gonna catch me one way or the other.
Or the phone rang. She told you that the phone rung. Oh yeah, dog, I'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Right.
And
Oh,
you.
but you can jump up and run
Yeah.
down there for you.
Right.
And we'll miss though.
Right, and you think you fighting about now,
Right.
she been fighting you last week. It just now got to the man.
Correct.
Right. So
Correct.
next time she come around, she gonna be like, well,
You right.
I want us to have date night next Friday.
Right.
And then you like, damn, well, I mean, Friday, no, I work late.
Yeah.
How you just, now you feel like she pushing up. But when she dropped the crumb, you know what I mean? So sometimes the micromanage don't be,
Right.
it be the sometimes we be falling asleep at the wheel.
Well, yeah.
You know
I
what-
mean, it happens. I mean, to all. I think it happens. I think
Right.
that's the giving and the taking
Right.
of it from my perspective.
Right.
Okay, so from my perspective. Now, from a a single dude, I really can't
Right.
tell you. You got to be you got to have your game on.
You got to.
You know, this
gotta
lady
be
here said
woke.
this lady said a mouthful. Tayana Williams. That's what we called her, I think.
Okay.
She right
Uh-huh.
because that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. What's she?
I can't. She said this. I told somebody. I swear to God, I told somebody this today. She said, "Trust me, if he's mechanically inclined in other areas, who cares about the ability to fix a tire? He can pay somebody to do it. That's my whole point.
Right.
A man, let that man handle it. If he can't do it,
Right.
he gonna find a way.
He gonna
I'm
get
not
it
trying
done
to toot
right.
my own horn.
Right.
I'm that guy. Like my wife knows.
Right.
If I can't fix it, I'm gonna call
That's me too.
YouTube.
Me too.
I'm gonna call somebody.
Don't even pop the
Don't
hood
even-
for me.
just stay where you
I
at.
pretend.
I'm gonna get it done, but I
Right.
don't need you
Right.
to come tell me how to do it.
Right.
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 Period.
Right.
Again, because we
Right.
all I can't hang.
If you're
no
gonna put
damn-
it in my hand, put it in my hand.
Right.
Let it go.
Sit back.
Right.
Sit back.
Right.
But she right. That's what it boiled down to. I got a cousin of mine. No lie. And I don't care if the nigga watching out. Sorry ass nigga she married to. Sorry nigga. I'm changing my goddamn cousin's tires, fixing ACs, and this old lazy ass nigga laying in the bed. My whole point is
Her husband.
whatever he was gonna beat her. I don't know what the fuck the nigga was. But my whole point was if he is laying in the bed, I love you, my cousin.
Right.
But why in the hell is you laying in the bed with a nigga who can't even get it fixed
Right.
Right.
Or fix it.
or fix it?
Fix it.
He can
right.
do neither one.
He can't do neither one.
And
I'm giving you a troubleshoot through your phone, talking to you, and you doing it troubleshoot. That's the shit I'm talking about.
right. Right.
I
She
would
gotta
spend-
know what yeah.
Man, come on, man. I would spend all kind of bread and aggravate the whole world before my old lady got to take her hands and grab something to fix.
Hey. I mean, and is it just, some of that other stuff don't matter because now I'm an independent woman. I can take care of myself. I just need somebody to lay me down right.
They that and
Is
I
that
think,
what it is?
Yeah, it's that,
Yeah.
Jay. It's
Just
that.
come-
It's that,
Yeah.
and I think they done got used to just depending on themselves.
They want to come through.
They just kind of like, you know what? I'm tired of meeting the cat
That let me down.
that let me down. So I learned all this stuff the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years
Right.
laying with somebody.
Right.
So guess what? I'm already going to the relationship, not giving him a chance because I don't think he's gonna do it no way.
So all a
Right.
guy can do
So-
for me at this point
It's
is
give me
come
some
through.
dick. That's it.
That's it.
Boy, we
I'm sorry, non
We done
profit.
went
they said,
we done went in, but we got Disco 100, y'all. It's uncut. It's
I'm sorry,
unedited.
y'all, but that's where
Right.
we at with it, man.
Right.
I think a lot of women, and to their defense, they just been not dogged out, but just been
Yeah.
let down so much
Right.
that they had to be both.
Right.
But then now they don't recognize, okay, that was the past.
Right.
Now I got one.
Right. Keep your expectations, because don't let it just boil down to that, women. I mean, but that is the reality in some situations.
a lot of times they don't. Yeah, okay. A lot of times, I'll say this, like I said before, and I will always stick with this. Know what you want and stop wasting your time. If he ain't make that call,
Right.
and I know my brother was like, "Well, I ain't gonna tell you to put him out." No, I'm gonna tell you,
Go and put it
cause
out.
life too short.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it, man. I've been with you 6, 7 years, and you ain't got it together yet, man.
Right.
Stop.
You waking up every morning
Stop.
being your best you for somebody that ain't even trying.
Come on, and I mean it is what it is.
But the thing
don't
is,
happen that way.
they feel good because he not going. I'm telling y'all,
'Cause he ain't
because
going
he ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere. They feel so secure because he not going nowhere.
Right.
Well,
That's the
So they-
bottom line. They are secured.
Right. So
Because-
they wanted to do with no
Yes,
ambition in
that's
his
what
They
I
life.
was
get
saying. They want
secured.
that crush. They want that crush.
They at work
Right.
typing their ass off
Right.
with no words in the world because he ain't got nowhere
Sisters,
to go.
please say it's not
Jay.
so. Y'all
Yeah.
want us
Jay,
broke, so we can't.
They
Wow.
typing. They ain't caring about nothing because he home on the couch eating
Right.
Fruity Pebbles, watching Seven for the Sun.
Right.
Ain't got nowhere to go, and
Wow.
she feeling great. All he gotta do is heat up some food. She done cook
Right.
for the week. That's it.
Damn.
And then lay it down right, and she cool with that.
Right.
That's what I'm telling you.
Damn. Get dressed. Come out with her at the little cookout.
That's it. This my
Show
boo. This
up.
my
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
She tell everybody at work.
Oh, he didn't ride with
Hold
me.
on.
We
This-
drove separate
this-
cars. He
this-
running late.
this
'Cause
a fa-
he
this a-
already told you he ain't gonna be at that cookout.
This is
all
famous
day.
word though. What your baby do for a living? Oh, he work at home.
Right. Oh, he worked from home. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What? On the internet? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at PlayStation.com. Man, that's crazy.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. Well, listen. appreciate everybody that called in. Appreciate
Yes,
the very candid conversation. Sisters, y'all still ain't really told us what
Right.
you want. So we still out here figuring this thing out. But I'm glad and I appreciate y'all stopping by, sitting in on the conversation. Elijah, you got anything else?
Yeah, we gonna flip it and we gonna tell you what we want.
Exactly. Now I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Let me
I can
get.
tell
Let me
you
get. Let me get. We got 1 minute. Let me get a little snippet. Give me one thing each of y'all. Just one.
You go.
It ain't gotta be a top one.
Right.
Give me one on your list that you what you want.
I want a whole bunch of passionate play.
Okay. Boom.
Ah,
I want. Oh,
Give me one.
I want you to be real. I want you to come up and talk.
Okay. You like
Open
to
up.
talk. All right.
I like. Yeah, open up. Don't think I know. Come talk to me.
All right. Boom.
boom, there we go. That's it. All right. Well, thank you all for being here this week.
Man,
I guess we'll see you all next week. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Hey, we appreciate your calls. Tell somebody about the J.Gerrard. Peace.
Peace.